Today, my dear followers, a quick apricot jam recipe, which will look like this. For busy people who still want to make jam. Today, a quick apricot jam recipe, so let's start preparing immediately. For apricot jam, it's best to use a smaller amount, 3 to 5 kilograms. To cook it so it retains its color. Cooking takes less time, large quantities take longer, and the jam darkens. This recipe is adapted for those short on time, for the usual standing by the stove, indoors or outdoors, and long stirring. Wash apricots and remove pits. I remove the pits here and there. Remove any spoiled parts or impurities. Choose riper apricots without green parts, although we will grind them. So it won't be as noticeable if there's a small amount if they are a bit greener. Don't grind a large amount. Here's a measure of 3 kilograms. Now continue splitting and removing impurities. If you need a recipe for apricot jam, the traditional old-fashioned way, that video is already on the channel. And you can easily find it. Click the magnifying glass and type jam and it will appear. Everything goes quite quickly. Even faster if you prepare everything in advance. For example, wash jars the day before. Get ready. Place all ingredients around you and just work. I have a blender prepared here. Any kind will do. If you don't have one, even a meat grinder will do the thing. And if you don't have any of those, you don't have to grind. Then it will take a bit longer. Chop the apricots more finely. Then you'll have fruit pieces in the jam. But for those who like it, like the old-fashioned plum jam in the oven. That's my favorite. Just have the plums. Add sugar. And in the oven for 2 hours with some stirring. Jam is ready. And it's the best. My family doesn't like chunks, so I sometimes grind the plums. Then they eat it. That's why they love this apricot jam, because I grind the apricots. So that's it for washing and petting. Next, we put the apricots into the blender, mixer, whatever you have, and grind them. See how great it looks. Almost jam. And so on until the end. Time to take the puree to the heat. Cook on medium to high heat. The jam won't boil quickly, but it will start splattering, especially on higher heat. In that case, stand by and stir constantly. You can't leave this jam unattended. Well, you can for the first minute or two. I don't know how to show you. Let it. Oh my. Beautiful. Ta-da! Don't wander off. I let this happen to show you. I'll turn off the camera now and clean up. It's on 6 out of 9. Medium heat, but you must stir. But you also need to let it heat up a bit. Do not stir constantly, but when you see it's about to explode, then just shh. See how it's heating up and changing color. this initial heating, the first part of cooking takes about half an hour. Now I've increased the heat from 6 to 7. But I'm trying to stir constantly now. I take short breaks, just a few seconds. You can leave it on 6 and do it that way. It's just a shade slower. I've lowered the heat again to put into a baking pan 4 large and 1 small jar for sterilization. Now I'll put them in the oven to heat at 100 degrees Celsius and keep them there for about 10 to 15 minutes. Sterilization isn't needed, but I always do it. Next, I take 2 tablespoons of sugar and put them in a bowl. I took 2 tablespoons from 1 kilogram. Here we have this Jam Fix 3-in-1, 1 kilogram of sugar per 3 kilograms of fruit. That's what I'll do. Now, mix everything. Put the jars to sterilize. And make this mixture of Jam Fix and sugar after 15 minutes of heating the whole mixture. This mixture will need another 5, 10 or 15 minutes to heat up well, specifically to be hot and boiling. You'll see when it's heated enough when it's steaming. I recommend a higher heat since you're standing by the stove, so stir. It will be faster too. When the whole mixture has heated up well, add this Jam Fix and sugar mixture and stir. Continue stirring for a few minutes. It just needs to dissolve well, nothing more. You can add the Jam Fix to lukewarm. It's not at all a question of when you add it. It's important to cook it into the hot mixture. I've increased the temperature from 6 to 7. If it starts splattering a lot, I'll lower it. But it's been a minute or 2 since I added the fix, so I'll add sugar. Won't add the whole kilo. No. It should be 1 kilo for 3 kilos of fruit, but I added 800 grams. And now you'll see how it thins out. I'll lower it a bit from 7 to 6. And continue cooking. As soon as you add sugar, any jam thins out. Now, like this, cook for another 10 minutes, 20, 30, then a minute or 2, then 10. I'd say the jam is almost ready. Pour the hot jam immediately into sterilized jars. The jars are still hot, but I always do this. I put a little into each jar, as much as I estimate there is jam, to warm the jars. My mother-in-law would tell me, "No waste, you paid for it all." Screw them on tightly and turn them upside down. When turned upside down, they shouldn't hiss. If you hear hissing, it means it will leak. These jars are hot. Believe me, I'm burning myself. Why am I burning myself? Am I a crazy woman? God, I just called myself a crazy woman. But you can't. Here, like this. Take a blanket or a double towel and wrap it all up nicely and leave it to cool. I'll open this small jar to show you how the jam looks when it's cooled. It will thicken further as it sits.